Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya. Simba Naya, thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. So the fact that these people are still looking for a way to drag black people into some certain things, I love the fact that TikTok kicked his butt off because I think he was on live stream and was saying that. And they were warning him about the words he was using about my own people. And before I could say Jack, boom, they kicked him out from the live stream because he was being honest. Why is it that if they do not involve black people in all their discussion, the discussion ain't going to happen? Because tell me how you started asking how did black people vote for Trump? How many black people voted for Trump? How many? You are not talking about the 92% that voted the other side and 80% that voted for the good ones. And you want to talk about the 1%. Like, let me just, as an example, right? Black people did not vote for Trump. And the ones that voted do not count. So why are you are not calling your own people? And sincerely speaking, black people are not asking white people to be on their side. We do not want it to be on our side. Nobody called it to be on our side. So why are you using that kind of words on black people? Why? Because you all cannot do without black people. And now I am also finding out that white women also have two different voices. I don't know, or three. The one they use for work, and the one they use with their people, and the one they use at home. And I am asking, why are you changing your voice? And then you people have the audacity to call people that look like me, especially the women, our women, masculine, loud, rude, when you have up to 4 voices. Shame. Let's get into this video.
And those from the marginalized community, fuck you. I'm tired. I am sick and fucking tired of standing in your corner and then having the men in these marginalized communities time and fucking time again ignore the obvious. You think it was bad in the last 3.5 years? Buckle the fuck up, buttercups. Because if you voted for Trump, this is all on you. And now what you've done is you set your own people back decades.
We're getting flagged for hate speech, bro, so just temper it down a little bit, friend.
All right. Well, it's the truth. And this is the problem, right? Is that we never talk about the 10,000. And those from the marginalized community, fuck you.
The circles that Mr. to the marginalized community, fuck you, the circles he runs in are the same circles that want to fucking crucify me for bullshit. And it's the same circles I will never fucking find myself in again. You want the truth? There it is. There the fuck it is. There it is. These motherfuckers have a lot of gall. A lot of it. They have a lot of TikTok level gall. They want to chastise, they want to criticize, and they want to demonize. But the motherfuckers they're standing next to are worse. If you've ever platformed that motherfucker, you probably, you know what? Never mind. You definitely should shut the fuck up when it comes to anybody else's sins. This is why I continue to say ally is a slur. You might as well just say I'm a fuck. Because that's what the fuck you are. Make no motherfucking mistake about it. That's exactly what the fuck you are. You're not an ally to the black community. You're not. Because the moment we don't tap dance the way you want to, you will show your true fucking colors. And I'm not talking about my brother Counterfeit Momoa. I'm talking about the motherfucker on the left. You are not an ally to women. And some of you are women talking about you're an ally to women. Because when black, brown, and native and indigenous voices want to talk, you want to fucking silence them. You want to chastise them. You want to tone police them. And you know who you are. You know who the fuck you are. Some of you have tokenized your black friends, your black family members, your black children, your black grandchildren, your black great-grandchildren. You have fucking tokenized them, but you have the nerve to try to stand on some motherfucking moral high ground. You think that's the first time that motherfucker said that? Do you think that's the first time? Of course it isn't. Because if you scratch an ally, you will find a racist. You scratch an ally, you'll find a sexist. Scratch an ally, you'll find a homophobe. Scratch an ally, you'll find a xenophobe. Scratch an ally, you will find a transphobe. And I'm sorry, some of the motherfucking trans community, scratch them, you'll find a racist. You damn sure will. But again, it comes down to this idea that you want so desperately to be an ally. That's a title you give your goddamn self. Nobody strives to be an accomplice, because you know what an accomplice is? A motherfucker that has hard conversations with themselves and the people around them. You wonder why the fuck people don't trust y'all. Y'all wonder why the fuck I don't trust you. Motherfuckers is standing on moral high grounds. I ain't better. But you'll stand next to that motherfucker? Miss me with the bullshit. Miss me all the way. Miss me with the bullshit. You see, the path to be a true human accomplice means it's not about what you do on TikTok. It's about what you do in your real motherfucking life. If the TikTok mob is what drives you, then maybe this isn't the work you need to be doing. If it's about clicks and views and algorithms and live coins and shit like that, this ain't the neighborhood for you to be in. This shit is ugly. And some of your parents and your grandparents, some of your mamas and daddies, some of your cousins, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, the motherfucker whose dick you gonna be sucking, the chick whose pussy you gonna be eating. Some of them motherfuckers are the people we're fighting against. And now you have to decide whether or not you're fighting against them, or are you here for convenience? Some of the most ardent white feminists are racist. Some of the most ardent fighters for trans rights are sexist. Some of the most ardent fighters against xenophobia are homophobic. See, it's not about perfection for the left. It isn't. It's about one thing and one thing only. Can you see a human when you look at someone that doesn't look like you? Can you see a fucking human being when you stand next to somebody who doesn't fall into all of the things that you fall into? Can you see a human being? Can you? Can you see a fucking human being? Or is it simply a matter of all I see is this list of things that I'm not, and I'm going to be an ally to it. I just have to tolerate it. That's your problem. That's your fucking problem. Tolerate. I am not an irritant. I am not a tumor. I'm not even a cancer. I'm not even a cancer cluster. I'm a goddamn human being. I'm a father, a husband, a brother, and a son. I'm a veteran. But guess what? And I'm black. On top of all of that. But I'm a fucking human being above everything. And if you can't see that, then I don't need you around. I don't want to be in a panel with you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to hang out with you. I don't want you to do shit. I want you to leave me the fuck alone. Yeah. Thomas is bad. Thomas is the bad guy. Yep, I am. Because I would much rather stand in your fucking face and tell you to your face that I want nothing to do with you, I don't trust you, and you're the sort of person that would stab me in the back the moment my back is turned, than to smile on a panel with you. Are my sins clean? Nope. I've been on panels with motherfuckers that I probably should have cussed the fuck out. Now that I know what they are and who they are, I probably should have just said, man, fuck you and everything you stand for. But I learn. Some of y'all don't. And you walk around here with these sheep smiles. Yeah, I'm an ally. No, you're a knife-wielding wolf. And there's a reason we don't want to have any fucking thing to do with you. Maybe you should be asking yourself that question instead of asking those of us within the marginalized communities to fix it for you.
Sarah, and I actually don't think this is my real voice. It is the voice that I use when I talk to people and when I'm like at work and when I'm talking and blah, 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 blah. But I'm pretty sure that this is not my real voice, and that's why my throat hurts literally all of the time. I want to try to use the voice that I use just for myself more often. Hold on. I'm going to see if there actually is a difference, because I don't know. Okay. When it's just me and I'm just talking to myself, this is how I talk. And the other way that I speak feels so like performative. And I'm kind of wondering if part of why I do it is because it like people react better to it. But I kind of want to start talking like this more, but like I don't even know where to begin, because I think it's like I think it's a nervous thing. Hi, I'm Sarah, and I actually don't think this is my real voice.
This right here is one of the main reasons that Black women are considered to be angry and aggressive, because we speak in our natural tone. The person I stitched in this video goes on to talk about how they realize that they've been speaking in this fake like customer service voice, and that they've decided that they want to start using their real natural deep tone. And all of the comments are from other women being like, oh my God, yes, I do this all the time. What is it? Why do I do it? And a few people have pointed out, like, you know, this is something we do culturally, where we tend to raise our voices to seem more pleasant, to seem less aggressive, so that, you know, people that we don't know are comfortable around us. But what's missing from the discussion in those comments is the aspect of white supremacy. This whole like corporate talk phenomenon that we experience, that is a direct result of white supremacy. Corporate culture is white supremacy. Conformism of corporate culture, the, you know, changing who you are authentically to fit into this corporate box, that's just white supremacy. But pretending that everything's fine when it's not really fine, that's white supremacy, right? What we call professionalism, right? Putting a smile on it, even though you're being totally disrespected, that's white supremacy. And most of the women in her comments were white women saying, yeah, I do this too, I do this too. It's because of white supremacy. White supremacy has stolen white women's voice. That's why y'all be out here like, hi. Meanwhile, your real voice is like deep as fuck, just like mine. It strips your power away. It makes you more palatable to white men, because remember, they're the ones that created white supremacy and the concept of professionalism and corporatism. And it strips away your sense of authority, right? Because if you're always talking like this, and you know, you're trying to like, where's your authority? Stand in that fucking base, bitch. And that's why Black women, that's one of the reasons why we are always demonized, because we don't do that. We don't do that. I mean, of course, some of us do when we have to, when it's time to get that money. But for the most part, we're going to speak with that bass in our voice. So if you're a white woman, or any woman, honestly, but especially a white woman or a non-Black woman who engages in this, who catches yourself always raising your voice and, you know, making yourself more palatable to strangers, I encourage you to work on speaking in your true voice and taking one more piece of your power back from this fucked up ass system.
So apparently white women are talking in fake voices. Like, hi, like, oh my God, like high-pitched, like they're talking like this. And apparently that's not how they really speak. And I feel like this is part of the reason why Black women are seen as aggressive, masculine, all of this stuff that bullshit y'all put on us. It's because a lot of us don't subscribe to speaking in baby voice to be more pleasant for you, man, white man. Because I really don't see any other reason as to why white women would speak in this way when it's not their natural voices. They do it to seem more docile, more approachable, more pleasant, less alarming, less intimidating, less combative. We also know that white culture loves to amplify the romanticism of children. little girls and little boys. We also know that white men tend to infantilize their women, whether it be a white woman or an Asian woman. Women they see as submissive, docile, easily controllable, more like children. Because we know white supremacy culture has very close ties to pedophilia. So I just want to know, white women, what do y'all's real voices sound like? What is the voice that you lead with every single day? Why do you do that? And what does your real voice sound like? I'm curious. I want to know.
This is all I got from this video. I think I have an idea because you all know how they call people that look like me masculine, especially black women, and that when they are at work, they are always about policing black women. And then when you talk, you are hard. When you talk, like no matter how you talk, you are raising your voice. The only time you are not raising your voice is when you are laughing. But they know you laugh so hard. So people that laugh so hard, how do you expect me to talk and talk like that ain't working? So shout out to my people for always maintaining that voice, because they call out, what did they call us? Whatever they call us, whatever they call black people, you are masculine, you are hard, you are rude. This is how my voice is, though. I cannot come and change it for you, right? So it is heavy, very heavy. That is it. Now back to the man. What was that man? I love the fact that TikTok actually kicked him out. You saw that, right? What did black people do to what did black people do to them? Like, he is saying that he wants, whose side do you want to be? Does it look like you want to be on our side? Wait, the fact that 92% and 80%, I don't even know why people call black people out when it comes to people that voted for Trump. There is no need mentioning black people, because even if it's 20 or 1% that voted, they do not count, right? So if 92 and 80, what else were you looking for? You want to be on our side. How do you want to be on our side? And you are telling us that kind of word. You do not want to be on our side. You are just looking for a way to make some money. I love the fact that TikTok kicked you out. So go home and continue that BS you are saying at home. Every minute you all get is black people this, black people that, doing this, doing that. Can you take a chill pill and go call your people out? Because the major people that voted are your people, not me or my people. Start with your family that voted for Donald Trump. How do you want to be on our side? Like, did black people ask you to be on their side, or did the minority group? Who are the minority? Did anybody ask you to be on their side? Nobody asked you. But you want to disgrace yourself. I love it. I love the fact that you also got disgraced. I mean, everyday black people. Like, when did it become black people that voted? When? Since when? You all are just so busy looking for a way to tangle yourself up with anything they wanted to drag black people into it. Because how can you talk and not include black people? The conversation is absolutely not complete. So they have to make it complete. Signing out. Bye for now.